Hello, my lovelies. Hello, hello, hello. Sound check, sound check. Can everybody hear me? I need to make sure that the music's not too loud and that you can hear me. Wow, wow, wow. Look at you all. Hello in the Netherlands. Hello in Manchester. Sounds great. Okay, can you hear the music in the background? Not too loud. Need to make sure that it's just right, ladies and gentlemen. Loud and clear. Hi, Teresa. My first live tonight. Hey, Kay. Welcome to the stream. Sounds okay. Evening, everyone. It's been a long one. Yes, it has, Donna Marie. Hello in Estonia. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Mad Morty, my lovely. Sound of music is fine. Hi, Mama. Music is fine. Perfect. Ah! Technology has not failed me today. Hello everyone, happy what do you call this? Happy bank holiday weekend for our UK friends. Is that what I call this? Hey Karen, sweetheart, music okay? Can hear. Wonderful, wonderful. Hello from PA. Hi Stacey, welcome to the stream. Hi Pauline in California. Wow, bet it's warm there. Hi Lynn in Skegness, welcome to the stream. Phew, I made it. Hello from, oh, I can't even say what that is. In Port Charlotte. Hello, welcome to the stream, my lovely. Wow, 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 look at you. Good evening from Denmark. Good evening. Hello from rainy New Jersey. Do you know what? For once in our lives, the British are not being rained upon. Okay, it's only until tomorrow, but I'll take it. I'll take it today. Hello from Michigan. Hi, welcome to the stream. Hi, Anne. Hi, Robin. Hi, Lucy from North Somerset. How's the weather? Is it as good as it is here? Hello in Scotland. Wow, look at you all. So many of you. Got Sharon from Look. You can see that I've got some sort of speech impediment. I read something and can't actually get my mouth to say the words. Colorado. Sorry about that. Hi, Laurie. This is my first time watching live from near Chicago. Illinois. Hello in Rhode Island. Welcome to the stream. Hi, Mary. How you doing, sweetheart? Nandu, it's almost a Eurovision Song Contest. It nearly is, isn't it? I don't like to miss anyone out is the problem. And then I see all these people that tell me tell me where they are. I just feel that I have to shout everybody out. Clarissa from California. Good afternoon from a rainy Norfolk. Oh, Norfolk, USA. Sorry, I thought we meant Norfolk, UK then. Hi, Stitchy Mermaid. Rainy Ohio here. Oh, no. Ebony and Stitchy says, hubby and son went down to, is it Loughton? Loughton Orient for football yesterday and said the weather was glorious. We had rain up here in Manchester as per usual. The weather down here yesterday was glorious, apart from the wind. The wind was a little bit on the nippy side, so wasn't quite in short sleeves, but it was definitely nice once she was in the sun. 12 points for Iceland. Do you know what? It is the European Song Competition. It is, isn't it? What can I say, people? Mandy Moran, hi from Essex. Well, hello there, local. Hello, Teresa. This is my first live stream from Mississippi. Oh, hello, Gina, as well. Welcome to the stream. Now, am I saying that? Is it Alicia? Is it Alicia from Mississippi? Have I said that right? I hate saying names. It's always wrong. Always wrong. So many of you. So many of you. Leighton as in Leighton. Yes, I was right. Leighton. Expecting highs today is 100 degrees in Phoenix. Well, look. You just burst my bubble. I was so excited by the fact that we had 18 degrees today and it didn't rain. And you go and blow me with 100 people. What I would do to have 100 right now. But hey, I'll be patient. I'll be patient because the British weather at the moment can't decide what it wants to do. So we had a lovely day yesterday. It was an equally lovely-ish day today. And then I think tomorrow morning I've got rain, but then it should brighten up a little bit. And then next week, yeah, next week it's just sort of like back downhill again. But I don't care because I'll be back to work then. Who cares? Who cares when I'm at work? Hello from next door in Kent. Hi, Kim. Welcome to the stream. Hello from the Wirral. I'm taking it, Susan. You have sunshine, my love. Yes, that's right. Alicia. Okay, I've got the name right. It's definitely Alicia. Are we stitching on the duck? I would love to see your duck progress. Do you know what? No, we're not stitching on the duck today because it was an absolute disaster trying to stitch on the duck last time. I do have the duck. Where is the duck? Where's the duck? I do have the duck. I think it's here somewhere. I think I might have put it up out the way for now. But I do have the duck. The plan, people. You love it when I've got a plan, right? So the plan is that if all goes according to plan. So hubby was out racing today, but I was doing a different video today. So I couldn't do my monthly update. Tomorrow, I think Darren's here. So depending on whether Darren's actually busying himself and leaves me to do my monthly update video so I can get that loaded and rocked and rolled. If I can't, I've sneakily took Tuesday off work. So as a last ditch resort to try and get my monthly updates back in line with, you know, when they should be issued, which is at the beginning or end of the month. The plan will be, if I don't get one done tomorrow, is to get one done on Tuesday. So you will see the glorious progress on my duck. And I have to say, stitching on my duck when I'm not on a live stream was the better option. I probably should have done that from the start, not to try and sort of just do a little tiny portion and then think, oh yeah, let's just stitch some more duck, because it was horrifying. Hello, Charlotte, my lovely. 100 is my idea of a nightmare. Charlotte, I know. You'd need my air conditioning unit for that, right? Hello from Western Supermare UK. Overcast skies and rain here today. I'm sorry to hear that, my lovely. 100 degrees is too hot unless you are making tea. 100 degrees Fahrenheit is slightly better. Okay, so it does make a difference whether we're talking C or F, so Fahrenheit or Celsius, but do you know what? Anything that has 100 in it to me has got to be a good thing, right? Have you got rid of your sofa? What, the small sofa? No, I've still got the small sofa. I've also got a dog on it. Look. There she is. My little furry friend who's now staring at us. She is, yeah, she's turned into like a shadow. She just won't leave me. Honey's like, well, you know, I could take or leave you, mum. But Bonbons is all over the mummy. So, yeah, so she's camped out behind me. And to be fair, most of the time, she's a fairly good girl. She doesn't, you know, it's only if she hears something crazy outside that she'll start scratching at the door to go out. So, watch this space, people. So, Charlotte, in answer to the question, wow, there we go. That went off on a tangent, didn't it? So, this sofa behind me is still the small sofa, as you can tell, because my travel bag. So, where am I? That side. Oh, God, this is harder than it looks. That there is my retreat bag. Yay, people, there's a retreat coming next month. Bring it on. I'm going to the Bella Filipina retreat in Northampton. Can't wait. So excited. But no, so that is still there. Oh, there we go again, look. That is still there. So unfortunately, I'm still waiting for the giant sofa to turn up. But it's coming. Trust me, it's coming. Hi, Martina from Frankfurt. Welcome to the stream. Hi, Tori. Wet and soggy Teesside. Oh, sweetheart, that sucks. I would. I'd move in for a while. Rocky and Toby can babysit the kids for me. Charlotte, she's always hiding away. She loves to sort of be behind me, no matter what I do. Miss Jensen says, I'm having a lovely Sunday stitching and cuddles with my Pomeranian on the sofa and watching you. Oh, we love fur baby cuddles, right? We love them. Hi, Isabella, my lovely. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Bailey's treat. Well, hubby's just come in from racing, so I'm rather hoping that unless he gets called out to work, because apparently there's a call that's gone in, so he may have to go off to work. At around 9 o'clock, he will come in with the obligatory Baileys. But if he doesn't, and he has to go to work, then I'll go and get my own obligatory Baileys and I'll bring it in here. So it's okay. It's a good deal. We've got the Baileys in the fridge. Everything's at the ready. I want to go to the Bella, but husband's last day at work that weekend. Oh no, Charlotte. I'll let you know how it goes. And of course I will record. Because it's a thing. I have to do it these days. Teresa doing the happy dance is everything. I know. I get so excited. Right, well, you are actually here to watch me stitch, right? That is what we're here for. I finally managed to order a new Bella Filipina chart. It came back into stock on Friday at Lakeside Needlecrafts. Yeah, you're not too happy, really, are you? I know. Oh my gosh, did you cut your hair? It looks fabulous. No, I haven't. I've just pinned it. See, look, I look like I've got one of them, like, I don't know. You know, like Alien? You know when you watch, like, Alien, you see, like, alien heads where they've got, like, the elongated head, right? Well, that's... that's my hair. I'm a cross between a Tefal advert and an alien head. But, look, it makes it so that it looks like I might have done something with it. Because, literally, about half an hour ago, I was legging it down the road like a lunatic, taking the girls for a walk. So it was just like the biggest throw together in the world. So I was like, I've got to do something with my hair. I can't leave it like that. But I mean, I did have it like this earlier. But then because you know what that's like when you do your hair and then you do your stuff and then you sit here recording, scratching your head and then you take the girls for a walk. It looked a bit like a bird's nest. So it has been slightly rearranged. But I didn't bother putting any hairspray on it. So if it all starts to fall out, then yeah, it is what it is, right? Hi Susan from South Africa, welcome to the stream. Wow, we're from all over this time round, all over. Where's your outfit from? My outfit, this is one of those jumpsuit things, you know, one of those extra baggy jumpsuit things. It's like super stretchy. It's one of those. It's glorious. I think I got it off of one of those dodgy websites called, is it Chic? I don't know. I think it's a dodgy website. I think it's called Chic or something like that. So, a dog just appeared and then he shut the door and now they're hovering by the door. Go and lay down. Go lay down. Off you go. Go lay down. You'll see them in a minute. Oh yeah, there's movement behind me. What sort of a live stream is this? Oh dear. Oh yeah, King crowning. I saved the date already. Yes. So that's tomorrow, right? No. Is it? Hang on. Because basically here in the UK, we've got 3 Mondays that have been turned into bank. Well, we've got 3 bank holiday Mondays this month. So, yeah. We're happy. We're happy. Oh, did you get the pirate chart from Lakeside? Did I get the pirate chart? Is that the one with the big ship? No, I've resisted. Only because I'm still working on my Halloween Quaker one. Of which that needs to come out. That's a bit more story in a minute. You should see the Crocs I got from a sofa Instagram advert. They're fabulous. Do you know what? Crocs must be all back in because I go out now and all the young kids are just all rocking around in their Crocs. I remember when Crocs first came out and I stuck them on my kid and she was fine because she was like, I don't know, 5 or 6. She didn't care that she was wearing Crocs and she liked wearing them. But then all of a sudden one day she was like, I'm not wearing Crocs anymore. So I was like, you're not wearing Crocs anymore. Why are you not wearing Crocs? And she was like, because it's not cool. She said, I can't believe you put me in those. It's not cool. So, but now you go out and apparently Uggs do Crocs. So I'm just like, really? They're all the rage now. I'm like, really? This is... I'm obviously getting older than I realised. Okay, so the King's coronation is next weekend. So this is just a normal bank holiday, isn't it? The next weekend is the King's bank holiday. The King coronation. And then the week after that, I think, or the week after that, is another bank holiday. Yeah, we've just got loads of bank holidays. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. More days off. What more can I ask for? Hello from Northern Caliph with slow internet. Oh, I'm sorry, my lovely. I'll try and talk faster. Next weekend is the coronation on the 6th. Right, okay, so yeah. Ignore me. I'm away with the fairies. I have no idea what's happening in the world. I recently found the Mirabilia and Nora Corbett designs. I just want to stitch them all. I know. It is, yeah. It's dangerous. Very dangerous. Hello in Spain. Welcome to the stream. Veronica says Sheen, maybe, from the jumpsuit. No. The jumpsuit came off of a Facebook thing. So I'm going to have to find it now because I'm sure it's called Chic. As in C-H-I-C. Is that what it's called? Hold up. Oh, Chic Me. Chicme.com. So it's CHICME.com. And they, yeah. Do you want me to stand up and do a twirl so you can see it? Shall I stand up and do a twirl so you can see the jumpsuit? Because, yeah. Hold up, Charlotte. This is right up your bag. Look. It's one of those. You know, one of those just, and it's wide leg and it's big pants, just how we like it. I have my balloon pants on. And it's so lovely to wear and so loose and floppy and just how I like it that I'm going to order, there's a black one as well. So I'm going to order a black one as well. Stitching Addict, hello in New Zealand, my lovely. Welcome to the stream. Sorry about the twirling. I know this isn't a fashion parade. Trust me. It's just that there's a few people in the chat that I know would love my jumpsuit. We all need a link. I need it. No problem, Charlotte. I'll link it as soon as I get off the stream, sweetheart. But yeah, it's lovely. And the fabric, I was a bit worried at first because, you know, like sometimes when you go onto those not dodgy sites, that's not the right word, but the sites where it's like, you know, you pay for it, you wait sort of weeks and weeks and weeks for it to turn up, and then when it does, it looks like, I don't know, crepe paper. It's like the fabric material is just shocking. I mean, I have no idea what it washes up like, I have to say. None whatsoever. So, you know, if I wash it and it turns into a baby grow, then, you know... Maybe you should wait until I've washed it and then I send you the link so that you don't go and waste your money. If only it had pockets. It does have pockets. That outfit is so cute. It does have pockets. Look. See? These are the pockets. I have my hands in the pockets. How cool is that? Love, 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 love. There we go. All right. No more fashion parade. That's it. You've seen me. You see me rocking my really unflattering, well, I don't know, I like them. Those with a pair of flip-flops, that's my idea of a weekend's outfit for flopping around in. I love it. They'd drown me in, they'd drown me in so short. Oh, I don't know, because they've got adjusters on the straps, so you can adjust it up. So it just means that this bit will come up and the back will come up. And then it gets shorter. So it's sort of like a one size fits all. It does come in a small, medium and large, I think. I did that, shrank so much, can't wear. Brenda, please don't tell me that because I'm like, I love my little outfit. I'll hand wash it, how's that? Lovely pockets, I'll need to link to. I tell you what I'll do. When, how am I going to do this? How can I put it in the chat? Hold on. I'll see if I can bring it up. Hang on. It's a bit difficult because I've got, hang on. I have my stand right in the way. Chicme.com. Hold up. Hold up, people. I'm finding you the link. Where's the jumpsuit? Hold up. Jumpsuits. Where are they? Jumpsuits. Jeans, pants. Oh, rompers. Do you reckon it comes under a romper? Oh, jumpsuit. There we go. Jumpsuit. There it is. There it is. Love, 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 love. Right, okay. I'm going to put this link into the chat. I'm going to try and do this myself. Look at me. Does it let me do it? Oh no, where's my chat gone? Oh no. Where's the chat? Restore chat. There we go. Paste. Has it worked? Has it sent anything? Oh no. Have I broken it? Why is it not sending? Oh no. Why is it not letting me do it? I must be doing something wrong. Do you think? Do you think I'm doing something wrong here? Better late than never. Hopefully by the end of your stream I'll have a finish. Oh, David! That's not David, is it? Who is it? Who is it? Not David. Oh, Charlotte, thank you, sweetheart. See, Charlotte's all over it. It won't let me. I've posted it, but it's not actually accepting it in the chat. Yeah. No idea. Right, let me pop my chat out again because pop out chat because I can see it better over here. This is where I like to see my chat because it's nice and giant. Have a giant sized chat here. There we go. There we go. We're back. We're back. Okay. Pockets in front too, I think. It's got pockets in the front. There's no pockets. There's no pockets on the bottom though. Okay, so Charlotte's posted the link. So anyone that's interested in this jumpsuit, but please, if it shrinks in the wash, don't blame me. Charlotte's already added the link. Just finished making lunch for my 6 kiddos. Late, but here. Mary Jane, it is lovely for you to join us on this wonderful stream on this wonderful day. What can I say? You need to use the chat that you can pop out from your stream manager on YouTube. I did that, Karen, but it still won't actually let me do the chat thing. I have no idea what it's doing. None whatsoever. Very strange. Very strange. Okay. Shall I actually do some stitching now? Now that I've gone through this whole craziness with you. Let me see if I can work out what button to press and see whether I can show you my stitching. Here we are. Here we are. I'm stitching something. Right. Okay. Now, what to tell you? I have been not stitching up a storm on this as such, but I think I've done quite well. I've stitched quite a lot of this from the train. Whilst I was on the train going into London, I was doing lots and lots of stitching on my lovely Magwayan. You got a lot done. You know when you sort of sitting there thinking, I don't think I've worked on it as much as I would like. But then when I actually pulled it out to do the live, I was like, that's not too shabby. That's not too shabby at all. I was like, and there was me thinking, they're all going to go, you haven't done much, Teresa. See how much work I get done on the train. This has literally only been stitched on whilst I've been on the train. This is going in and out of London. So I don't think that's too bad, considering that it's just train project time. It's not like I've actually pulled it out and worked on it when I've been at home. So I'm not feeling too bad about it now. Love the needle minder. Where did you get it? This needle minder, it says, that's what I do. I love stitching. I know things. Let me show it to you, look. Where did I get that from? I got that from Megan from Coffee Craft Fabrics on Facebook. Is that what it's called? Charlotte, help me out here. What's her name? I know her name's Megan. And I think it's Coffee. Oh. Is it Coffee? It is. Coffee. Oh dear. Oh dear. You can see where my brain is, or lack of brain. There is a serious lack of brain power going on. I have no idea why. Just done 1,000 stitches for the day. Kay, look at you. You is rocking it. I can't even say that I've... Well, to be honest, I was so pleased to be doing this live because I've not managed to do any stitching. Even though I was here all day yesterday and here all day today, I didn't manage to get any stitching done until now. So, you know when you're like going on a live stream, normally... Thank you, Mad Morty. So it's Coffee Craft Fabrics on Facebook. She does these needle minders with loads and loads of different things on them. So the plan was that because I had a long weekend, because I was basically worked from home on Friday, but that was like full on all day. So I knew I wasn't going to get anything done that day. So I was thinking, well, I've got Friday night, I've got all day Saturday, all day Sunday, all day Monday, and all day Tuesday. I'm like, that's 5 days. I've got 5 days that I can just sit and stitch and do all the things, and yeah. And then Teresa came up with this really crazy idea that because she's in the middle of kitting up a new project and was thinking, I get so many questions about some of the things that I do. I thought, well, I might as well make some videos. I might as well make some videos about the things that I do and sort of share it on Facebook. Facebook? Oh, God. On YouTube. So, needless to say, I basically spent most of the day yesterday recording and actually kitting up a project. So, the project's ready to go. So, I've got a brand new start, which I'm planning to start if Darren's just hanging about tomorrow and you know, in the way, dare I say? Am I allowed to say that? He's not in the way, but you know what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's not in the way, but he sort of is. So I was thinking, well, if he keeps himself occupied tomorrow, enough that we can just sort of sit and chill, then I think I'm going to start my new start tomorrow. But you want to know what it is that I've been doing, don't you? I mean, there's a video. So basically the video is it uploaded yet? No. So I've rendered the video. So as soon as I come off this live, I'll need to upload it onto YouTube. But basically it was me kitting up another full coverage. I also joined late today, so I'm glad I can join for the live. Hello from Kansas City. Why, hello there, Tarwater. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing a Haid and I'm at 14.94 complete. Yay. Well, I'll be starting a new Haid tomorrow. And I'll be starting on a big fat 0. Big fat 0. I love the colours on your project, Teresa. Do you know what? I love this. You know when you're like, there's certain things that I really, really like, and then there's certain things that I'm like, yeah, it's nice. You know, it's not that I don't like it. It's just, it's like, yeah, it's nice. I love the colours in this one. And it's going to go fabulously upstairs in my bedroom, I think. That's my plan for it anyway. I have a cunning plan for it. Right, let me just, I need to make sure we don't go wrong. This is the only problem with stitching on this whilst I'm talking to you, because I struggle with the ability to concentrate, and then it's just too easy for me to go wrong. Okay, let's go one there, and then I think there's one there as well. Let me just double check myself. Yes, that's right, Teresa. Get it right. I'm about the same place you were, and I have stitched much. For how long are you on the train when you're going to work, Martina? Martina, so when I'm travelling on my train, I do... It's a 2-hour commute door to door from here to work and then back again. However, I only actually stitch on my overhead train because you can't stitch on the tube. It's too busy and there's never a seat. So it's standing room only. And... yeah, it's just, yeah. So basically I get about 50 minutes in the morning. I never stitch on the way home because it's like I've got some sort of form of narcolepsy. So literally I leg it across London to get on the train to come home, and I kid you not, I literally get on the train at Fenchurch Street, and before the train is even pulled out of Fenchurch Street, I'm asleep. I never see my journey home ever. And if I do, it's normally because I'm grumpy because it's standing remotely and I didn't get a seat, and then I'm really grumpy. What's the Hey Job kitten, Teresa? Karen says the one I think it is. It is. So I did a video today, I was recording and editing a video today where I was sorting the threads out because so many people talk to me about the threads and what I do and blah, blah, blah. So I basically spent the whole of yesterday recording and videoing me doing my Paco thread organizers for my new project. So they're all ready to go. See? So they're all done, all braided, and all ready to go for my new stocking. So I have this is the Deer Creek by, it's a Heaven and Earth design. It's a stocking. And I bought some 18 count magic guides. I am so excited to be stitching on 18 count. In fact, I nearly pulled it out to make a start on it today, but I was like, no, I need to do my lady. My lady needs to come out. It's not a Maxine by any chance. Are you kidding up? I love Maxine. I think she's going to be bigger, I reckon. We'll need a bigger frame. Yes, Miss Jensen, it is the stocking. It is the stocking. I just couldn't resist myself. And I know it's another Christmas project, but you know what? I'm like, I just want it. I want it. I want to start it. And I was like, if I'm going to sit here and sort out all the threads, since there's so many people ask me about when I'm stitching on my full coverage and, you know, the things to do with threads and, you know, fabric, that I thought, you know what? Since as I'm sitting here doing it anyway, it makes total sense to record it and then do like this is how I do mine and how much of a game changer it is for me. In all fairness, I'm pretty sure that half of the reason that I'm very selective over the full coverages that I want to be drawn to, mostly based on the fact that if I don't like working with the system that I've put in place for it, it takes me too long. So I'm almost at 50% on mine. I've decided that during May I need to complete the 2 pages of white light blue. Wish me luck. Oh, I'm wishing you some luck. I have been working on the Wall Shop by Lucy Pittaway, and literally it was just blue. I basically spent, well, there was a couple of evenings this last week just gone, and I got over 500 stitches per night of just this blue, which for me is actually not bad going. So I'm quite looking forward to doing my monthly update because I've actually got some little chunks of stitching that I've actually done, which is always helpful. Hi, you bunch of cross-stitching nutcases. I'm assuming you're one of us then, right? I'm currently putting floss on a floss drops. Oh, Charlotte, what? Tell. Come on. Teresa, you don't use the chips from Pip and Chips anymore. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. They're there. They're right here. So there is a madness to the system. There is a madness to my system. So the floss chip things is my storage. That's where I store them all. So they're all in there. That's my full set of DMC that sits on those. And then when I'm stitching on smaller projects, I will take an amount off of these ones and put them onto my Annie's Keepers, and then I'll have Annie's Keepers with a little ring with, I don't know, the 10 or 15 colours that I need. But when I'm working on my full coverages, I tried the Annie's Keepers, but because you need so many of them and they all sit round on a ring, and even on the plastic project holders, you can only fit, I don't know, maybe 12. Well, I think it's probably more than 12, maybe 20. So you need so many of them that you end up with just like bundles and bundles of thread everywhere. And yeah, it messes with my head. So it makes it so that I don't want to stitch on it then. These, however, my handy dandy Paco thread organisers, these hold 50 per one. And so basically my whole entire full coverage of 90 something skeins or 90 something colours is just on these two. And what I love about these is I can put these in the project bag. I literally just fold them up as they are and just do this, fold them up like that, and then I put them in the project bag with the project. So for me, they're a game changer, especially seeing as most of my full coverages I stitch when I'm on the sofa in the evenings, and the girls like to sit with mummy, so I'll have 2 puppies right next to me and there's no room for anything else, so I've got nowhere to put the threads or anything. These sit on the arm of the chair right next to me on the other side of the girls, so it's perfect. They work fabulously. And I like to work with the symbols. So because I use Pattern Keeper, I don't tend to look for the number and then want to look for a number. I tend to look for the symbol, and then I use, part of the reason that I did the tutorial on how I use my Paco thread organisers is that I use the key from the chart and put it onto the Paco thread key cards. And then that way I'm just, if I look down and I'm stitching, I don't know, something that looks like a lollipop, I just literally look for the thread that's got a lollipop, and then that's my thread. It's just, it's the way my brain works. It works better visually if I look for one, you know, if I'm stitching on with one symbol and then I've got to look for the next symbol. It's just, for me, it's so much easier. So much easier. I've less than 10k left on my FC. I can see a May finish. Look at you, Jen. Cool, love them. Aussie Stitcher in Texas. I've reached 90% on my full coverage. Faces of Fury 201, the Black Swan. I've got that companion piece. It is one that I want to stitch, but I need to make sure that I stitch it so that it ends up exactly the same size as my one up there, the White Swan one. However, when I looked at it, the overall size of it is slightly different to this one. So it needed a bit of calculating and some maths. So because of that, I didn't actually start it. Oh, it will get started at some point in my life. There's lots of things that's going to get started at some point in my life. I've tried to find the Lucy Pittaway wool shop last week, but I can't find it available anywhere anymore. Oh, someone did say that Lucy Pittaway no longer is being sold on Haid, but it is being sold on now. I need to make sure it's the right one. Is it Charting Creations now? Anybody? Someone must know. Where did Lucy Pittaway go? Was it Charting Creations, or was it... Oh, it's times like this that I need my friend Mary Perkins, because she knows these things. Hopefully someone in the chat will say, if you know where the Lucy Pittaways are now being created from, because there's another supplier now that's supplying the Lucy Pittaway artwork. Can you put it in the chat? Because yeah, we need to help our friends to be enabled to stitch more things. And Shelley, if I find out, I need to make a note of your name. Hold up. I'm making a note. Hold up. Shelley O. Now, is it Brian with an I or Brian with an E? Where is it? Where's that Brian? Shelley, if I find out and no one puts it in the chat, I will find out when I come off stream and I will message you on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, that is. Sort of late, but time to stitch. Finishing the collar band on a jacket by hand. Love your pinafore. Thank you, my lovely. Charlotte, DMC for the dressmaker's daughter. The latest Bella, which has the male and female mermaid and then her hands across the sea. Wow, Charlotte, have you not got enough to do, my love? What is wrong with you? How many projects do you want to kit up in any one go? There's me sitting there going, God, I kitted up one whole project. I have my next 2 full coverage projects ready to go to order the fabric and the flosses. Yay, Kay. I make 3D printed thread drops, so they are so much thinner than Annie's Keepers. Yeah, I've never really used thread drops not for my full coverages. But like I say, I love my Annie's Keepers. Annie's Keepers. My Paco thread organisers for my full coverages. For the Black Swan, if you get the one that says request a size, that's the one that's the same size as the White Swan. 175 by 175. Hold up, I need to write this down because I will forget. So I need to do the request size. Request size 175 by 175. Perfect. I can't have a companion piece that's the wrong size, can I? Okay, I'm going to flip my work, so bear with, people, she says. Hold up. I have no idea what it looks like on the back. I'll stitch it on the tray, right? So no judging. Not that I care what my back looks like. Oh. You're not allowed to see that bit. Oh, it doesn't look that shabby, does it? It's not fabulous looking, admittedly. I'll give you that, but it's not that bad. Hi, Indel Melka. Welcome to the stream. I'm working on my Fancy Dragon, The Guardian by Teresa Wensler. Oh, I don't know which one that is. Those Teresa Wenslers, though, do you know what? They scare me. I've never had the urge to stitch on one purely because of how intricate they look. And people tell me all about the different types of, you know, quarter stitches and 3/4 stitches and yeah. And that they're so highly detailed. I mean, don't get me wrong, they look fabulous when they're actually stitched up, but yeah, no, I'm not brave enough. I am not brave enough for that. So Charlotte has put a message in saying abcstitch.co designers. Clearly not enough. Right, I'm not sure. Charlotte, that link that you put in for ABC Stitch, is that for Sally? Is that where the Lucy Pittaway artwork's gone? Hang tight, Shelley. Charlotte might have fixed it for us. What would we do without Charlotte? Link is above for Lucy Pittaway. Yes, see? Charlotte, I think Charlotte deserves a round of applause. She does so well on these streams. Whenever there's anything that needs a link, she's like all over it. Like all over it. I'd be lost without her. Hola en España. That's the best I can do, I'm sorry. Stitching Addicts, do you have any online shop? Oh, there's a point. Do you have an online shop? I think you do, don't you? I have a Teresa Wensler and it kills me. Yeah, Sally, I'm not brave enough. I don't know, maybe one day when I'm retired, I might. Yes, let's put love and claps in the chat for Charlotte because she is just like, what would we do without her? She's the one that does all the links. Whenever there's an issue or I need something, she's there. And if it's not her, it's the lovely Mad Morty. So yeah, can we have a round of applause for the mods on the chat? Because they are the ones that are controlling this beastie chat box, because apparently I can't even I can't even put a message in my own chat. What is that all about? 336. Yes, Bothy Threads also do small kits, but there's nothing like the Heaven and Earths. Right, okay. So if we want to know anything, we go to... Right, it's a Lucy Pittaway, but not the wall shop. Can anyone help me find that one? So you want the wall shop? I'm pretty sure that... Maybe it's that they haven't had a chance to actually chart it yet. We'll let Charlotte have a little look though, because she's like the guru. ABC stitch for Lucy Pittaway. Nothing is loading in there. Charlotte types faster than I do. It's not about the speed, Morty. I'm a bit like that tortoise, you know, the one slow and steady wins the race. No rushing here. Christy says, has anyone stitched Kingdom of Books? Now there's a chart. There is a chart that I have to say I've looked at and I was like, I would love to stitch that. I know I'm not a bookworm, but I absolutely love it. But I have no idea what it's like to stitch on. And I don't think I know anyone that has actually stitched it. You guys are awesome. Shelley, you're right. They are. What would we do without the people in the chat? Hi Teresa, how easy is it from cross-stitching on Ada to cross-stitching on fabric? Because I'm thinking of going to fabric to do cross-stitching. Emma, what do you mean? Do you mean like just... I'm assuming you're not meaning even weave, or are you meaning even weave? I'm confused. Sorry, sweetheart. Tell me what you mean. There are 7 Lucy Pittaway designs on Charting Creations, but Wool Shop is not one of them. Oh, that's Rachel. Thank you. There you go. Shelley, you might need to have a little look to see whether there's another one that Charting Creations are doing that you quite like. The Violet Stitcher says, is Handwork Maniac doing Kingdom of Books? Just trying to think, a last update that she did. She's doing something with books, isn't she? I'm not sure whether it's the same one though. It might be, you know. That might be a good shout. Handwork Maniac has stitched Kingdom of Books. Carol, has she stitched it or is she still stitching it? Charlotte says, looks like the Wool Shop isn't available currently, charted by anyone. Oh, it currently isn't charted by anyone anymore. Oh, that's such a shame. Such a shame. The link for the Wool Shop. Handwork Maniac is doing Kingdom of Books, but is converting the title to English. She's over halfway through now. There you go. Handwork Maniac on YouTube. Flosstube. Dear, what is wrong with me today? I have the inability to speak, it appears. Might be worth reaching out to Lucy Pittaway and asking. Charlotte, that might be a good shout. Shelley, are you feeling brave? You could always go to the artist and ask her whether if there's any way that she can arrange for it to be charted by someone like Charting Creations, because they do her designs. I think she just has to give permission to say that they're allowed to chart it. I don't know what the rules are around that. She's still stitching the Kingdom of Books. Oh. I'm doing a Haid called Cavalier by Scott Gustafsson. Gustafsson. Really? Oh dear. As we have 5 cavies, it seems like a good idea. Lynn, I agree. With that many cavies, you just can't. Yeah, It's rude not to, right? Talking of cabbies, do you want to see these two? Do you want to see them on the chair? Look, they're like fast asleep. There's one. There's the other one. I'm being watched. But literally every single time this chair moves and rolls, Honey's eyes are like wide open, looking at me like she's going to move. When she opens that door, I'm going to be at the door straight away. She never does. She doesn't normally come in here with me. She likes to sit out in the hallway, but then I have to have the door open. And I think hubby's I think he's gone off to work again now. So, for the emergency call out. So if it comes to it, if she gets a bit antsy and gets off and goes to the door, then I might just leave the door open. But then we'll have to deal with whatever noise we get, depending on what Lauren and Ben are doing. My daughter did it, stitching colours. Nope, I just checked 123stitch.com. Brenda Handwork Maniac is stitching Kingdom of Books. I thought she was. Hi Mary, you're back. What did you miss? Internet went down. Oh, sweetheart, that's never good. I meant on even weave. Is it hard to do it or is it easy to do it? Emma. I think once you get your head around the fact that it depends. Well, okay. So the difference between stitching on an even weave and a nadir is on a nadir is very easy to see exactly what hole you need to go into. Now, if you're thinking about working on a even weave for something like this, where you're going to be stitching over two, then you might need to do a little bit of practicing. Purely because you're so used to just stitching in the holes that are given. But that's not to say that it's not possible. And once you get your head around it, you'll wonder why you had so much trouble thinking it out. If, however, you're looking at stitching on a even weave for a full coverage, for example, where you're stitching still over one, then it shouldn't really make any difference whatsoever. It will be exactly the same because you're still stitching over one. It's literally the hardest part of learning to stitch on an even weave versus an nadir is when you're looking at stitching over two, because that is the only difference. You're still stitching a square. And my way of doing it is just imagine that for every time you do a square or you do a leg, there should always be a hole in between where your leg comes up and where your leg goes down. And as long as you remember that, you can't go wrong. But like I say, it's a visual thing. I'm a visual person, so my way to tell whether it's right is visually. Some people count threads, some people count the holes. I think the easiest way to say whether it's easy or not will be pick yourself a little project. I mean, you only need a tiny little project, and just practice on a bit of even weave, doing it stitching over two, and you'll see what I mean. But there's lots and lots of YouTube videos out there that show you how to do it. I think I have some videos where I show where I'm stitching over two and what I mean, but I wouldn't be able to exactly point out which video it is. But yeah, once you get your head around it, it's fine. Such cute fur babies, I know. I had to take them for a walk because I'm like, they're just going to be crazy little fur babies if I don't take these girls out for their walk before I go on my live. And Darren was out, so I was like, nope, they're just going to have to go out. So yeah, I went legging it off out with them. My tension is better on even weave. Hello, honey. See, I told you, I knew this would happen. She gets bored and she gets hot. Oh, there she is. She's decided she's going. Yeah, she's going to settle herself back down. I think it's that she gets hot in here. That's the problem with her in here. Bonbon doesn't. Well, if Bonbons gets hot, it obviously isn't such a big deal. So Kay says my tension is better on even weave. I don't think I've ever noticed whether my tension is better on even weave or not. I think because it's all I've stitched on. I mean, I cannot even remember. In fact, strike that. I can remember. The last time I stitched on anything other than an even weave, she says, was when I worked on, what was my last full coverage finish on an Ada? Grey Spaces. So how many years ago was that? That's how long it's been since I last stitched on anything other than an even weave. So that's why I'm so looking forward to doing my stocking on an 18 count Ada, because yeah, it's just like easy stitching, huge squares. It's what I need in my life right now. I need huge squares. Oh, by the way, everyone, what do we reckon on my new glasses? Do we like the new glasses? I've been to the opticians. I got my eyes tested. I've got new varifocals. I've got some special super duper contact lenses that are coming. They are called multifocals. I did go and pick up a pair. Ooh, when was it? The day before yesterday, I think. And I put them in, and when I put them in and he asked me to do the test read, they weren't fabulous for distance, but they weren't fabulous for reading either. They were sort of, they weren't quite one thing or the other. And he said that's because we need to adjust the strength slightly. He said we can adjust it to make your reading just slightly better and make your distance slightly better. So I need to wait. I think it's about 2 weeks. 2 weeks I need to wait, and then I'll get my multifocals. But they're multifocal contact lenses, would you believe? The only snag with them though, which I'm not really looking forward to, is my contact lenses at the moment are daily disposables. So basically I put them in the morning, I wear them, and then I take them out at the end of the day. To have the multifocals, because the company that I get mine from don't do them any other way, I have to have them as a monthly, which means that you wear them for a whole month. Obviously you take them out, but you'd have to take them out, clean them, not break them, put them back in, and you have them for 1 month and then you throw them away. So yeah, that's the only downside. I quite like the whole not having to clean them and not having to do anything. The daily disposables are better, but I think it's because the multifocals are a bit more, they're a bit pricier, that's for sure. Right, where are we at? Let me just do my marking. Can't go wrong now. So 2 from the bottom. We need 2. Okay. I find that my thread twists more on an Ada. 18 have not gone down the stocking rabbit hole, but give it time. Love, love, love glasses. Yes. New dusty bins. Is there an easier way to do skin other than 1/1 that still looks less bulky than 2/2? The Mardi Gras stitcher, I personally don't, well, I used to do my skin 1/1 full cross. And I've now resorted to doing my skin 2/1 tent stitch. And I find that that is just so much easier. 1, it takes half the time. And 2, it's just, for me, I find it's still slightly bulky. I say bulky, it's the wrong word. It's definitely full, but it's not the same as having to try and stitch 1/1, because that's a painstaking exercise. So that's the route that I've gone now, and I don't have a problem with stitching skin now, whereas before I used to dread it. I used to have to do it in like little bite-sized chunks because it used to bore the life out of me. Hold on a minute, what's funny? I'm also glad I'm not the only one that caught it and found it funny. What are we laughing at? Mad Multi, come on, fill me in with the joke. What have I said? Have I done something? I need my glasses to see your glasses, Teresa, and you're on a 43-inch TV. What have I said that was funny? The fact that she said, I'm also glad I'm not the only one that caught it and found it funny. I'm confused. I'm confused by what? What's happened? Has something happened that I don't know about? I'm short-sighted, so can see great to stitch. But as soon as I look up, I can't see anything around me. I've got my eye test on Friday. I wore monthly contacts due to my bad stigmatism because they were too expensive and fancy to make them dailies. They aren't very breathable though, so I got ghost veins in my eyes. Ghost veins? What? Oh, don't like the sound of that. I use Biofinity multifocal monthlies. I love them. Leslie, yes, I'm not quite sure what brand mine are, but they are the ones. I mean, when I put the ones in, other than the fact that they just weren't 100% clear for reading or for distance, that they were a lot better than what I had, which basically was just doing my long distance, because then every time I picked a phone up to look at it or read something, I couldn't read. I had to put readers on. So I mean, what's the point of that? That's a stupid idea. My doctor set the close up to 12 inches. Ghost veins are where you have veins growing into your eyes to attempt to get oxygen to the eyeballs. So I had LASIK in 2019. My vision was at minus 4.75 and minus 5.25, so it was bad. Very happy. Look at you. I'm not brave enough to have anything lasered in my eyes. I've just recently reached a place where I feel the need to take my glasses on and off for stitching, and anything further away, it's so annoying. Yes, well, I've been wearing glasses. I mean, the worst bit about it is, so when we start talking about long distance and short distance, so I've always, I mean, from a very early age, I have needed my glasses for driving, for watching the TV, for anything distance. I've needed glasses for ages. Then I started working on computers and then realised that I needed glasses for my computer work. So when I say close up, I don't mean close up as in reading, because if I take my glasses off, I can see perfectly here. It's just once it gets to like there. So once it moves out from what I call arm's length and goes to where you would normally look at a screen, or I don't know, I mean, not that you read a book like that, but basically anything that is slightly further away than arm's length for me, I can't see a thing. So I need something to correct my computer work, but I don't need anything for close up. But because I need computer work, which is still classed as reading, but I also need glasses for my distance, I still have to wear varifocals. I will have to share it later. It's a bit cheeky and you said it in innocence. Mad Morty. At least message me what she said, Morty. Hello, didn't miss the live, not stitching, but may start. I woke up not too long ago. Hello there, welcome to the stream. Mad Morty, message me. Message me now with what I said. I'm waiting, because I want to know. I want to know what I said, even if it was innocently. I do hope that not everybody else picked up on the same thing. I'm waiting. I have stigmas as well, yes. I've been using them for 14 years. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying out the new contact lenses. Because at least that way, then when I'm doing things like this, when I'm doing like the live streams, I won't need to sit here with my glasses on. Because one of the bugbears that I have and the bugs that I have is I have 3 different lights around me. So I've got a light there, and a big key light up here. Because it's the only way that, one, you can see my stitching, and that otherwise there's just shadows everywhere. The problem is, though, is if I look in certain positions, so the higher I go, so you can see when I move my head around, all of a sudden you see nothing, you can't see my eyes because all you can see is lights. So I have to keep tipping my head down. And I'm rather looking forward to being able to sit here without wearing any glasses and still be able to see my stitching. Because I used to be able to wear my contact lenses. But if I do that, I won't be able to see the stitching because I'd still need to put readers on just to be able to see the stitching because I need to correct what the contact lenses do. It's honestly, these people that have had 20/20 vision for so many years of their life, well, I'm sorry, but yeah. If the only thing you got to worry about is putting readers on so you can read, but other than that you don't need glasses, then I'm sorry, I have no sympathy. You need to be like me. I've needed glasses for ages. Oh, for a long time, and I've used glasses for years. You're all having to put glasses on to be able to read, but I have to put glasses on and off depending on what I'm doing. I've got 2 different sets of glasses for 2 different things. Apart from when I went and spent a load of money for my varifocals. Hi Karen, welcome to the stream. Don't worry about being late. It's never too late for this stream, you know that. Stacey says, I want to know now. I need laughter. You might not want to hear it. It's funny. I do want to hear it. Whatever it was, it went over my head. No idea what happened. If no one tells, I'll go back and rewatch the recording to find out. Yeah, even Mary's on it. Message me, Charlotte. Charlotte, what's your name? Quiet Mind. Quiet Mind is Mary. You're going to be done with your Magwayan by the time I get mine. I'm still stitching today an owl for my daughter. It doesn't matter. Trust me, it can't be as bad as me. Right, okay, I think she sent me the message. Hold up. Oh, I just realised you can see. Okay. That's just too funny. Okay, right. I'm going to make the assumption that there are a number of people on this stream that are either having a little tipple. If they're not having a little tipple, they should have a little tipple. And now that I've read what I said, yeah, the fact that none of you picked up on it, you're all very innocent angels. And I can tell from this text specifically that there are a number of people on this stream who are not angels. Oh, now this is not fair. I want to laugh like Teresa. All right, I'll share it. I'll share it because I believe in sharing. But if there's any children in the vicinity of this live stream, I suggest as parents, respectable parents, you cover ears before I actually say anything out loud. But basically, it was when I was making the comment about stitching on even weave. And I said, quote, there should always be a hole between where your legs come up and your legs come down. And of course, there would be someone on the stream that would be able to find some sort of innuendo term for my words. And yes, I did say it innocently. Okay? God, dear. It's a good job I hadn't had my Baileys already. I don't think I would have stopped laughing then. I didn't even realise I said it like that. You rude little lot, you. I'm pretty sure it was about legs and holes between. Janet, you're one of the ones, aren't you? You're one of the ones. Have you already started on the Baileys, lovely? Oh my lord, how did I miss that? I know, Stacey, I missed it. I'm so innocent. As the driven snow, apparently. I didn't even pick up on it. Well, so many of you were aware of it. Why on earth didn't you say anything then? Oh, Carol, my love. Carol says, as a midwife, I thought that was a reasonable comment. It's all Morty's fault. Oh dear, too funny, too funny. I'm an innocent virgin with 2 children. Oh dear, am I blushing yet? Have I turned all pink? Yeah, I know that's dirty, Jen, isn't it? Jen, put them in their place. We was talking about glasses and eyes, and yeah, now we're talking about legs and holes, apparently. And you're a visual person. Oh no, stop. No. Oh dear. Oh, Teresa shouldn't be allowed loose on a live stream, should she? And this is, oh look, and it's only like 8:15. I haven't even got on a Bailey's yet. We're not at the Bailey's point. Right, okay, right. Yous lot all sit there and pull yourselves together while I try and work out where I am on my own little chart here. Which I think I'm about, she says. Where am I? I'm about there. I just figured that's how you translate instructions in England. I didn't even realise, and my husband heard it and it went over his head as well as me. Good. As long as it wasn't me that was just like blah 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 and completely oblivious to what I said. But at least you know that everything that I say is innocence. Because I didn't even realise when I was saying it. All relevant for cross stitching. Totally. It's very, yeah. This is cross-stitching phrasing. I guess I'll refrain from over 2 stitching now. It's one of your mods with the mind in the gutter. Come on, mods. We're supposed to be a family-friendly channel. Keep it clean. Oh dear. Oh, the sorts of conversations we have on this channel are bizarre. Even, well, I can't even say. I have no idea how we end up on some of our topics. I must be honest. Okay, where am I? 2. And then I've done 3. 1, 2, 3. I know I'm going to go wrong if I don't count these. If you can't laugh, what can you do? I totally agree. Okay. Maybe someone can help me with this. I am kitting up a Haid, Mini Merry and Bright, but I want to stitch it on 28 count 2/2, but I'm sure that I don't need to order 2 skeins of everything. Well, if it's charted, so Heaven and Earth Design chart theirs to go on a 25 count 1/1 full cross. So if you are doing yours, hold up, so you're doing yours 2/2 on 28 count. So you're going to stitch over 2 on a 28 count, is that right? Or do you mean that you're stitching 2/1 on 28 count? Because that will make a difference. Gina says, Charlotte, isn't it time we had another video from you? Yes, it is. Charlotte's letting the side down on the Flosstube community because she's not partaking. Are you, Charlotte? Where are you? Oh, now, Teresa, we all know how innocent you are. Beautiful colours. Yes, thank you so much. I'm loving stitching on this. I love the colours. It's going to look fabulous once it's done. Of course, I've got a long way to go before it's done, especially if I only stitch this much when I'm on a live stream. Do you know what? I get more stitching done on my 50-minute commute than I have done in hours of stitching on this live stream. But I have no problem with that because I have so much fun chatting with you lot on my live streams because it's just too funny. Even when we don't just sort of sit here falling about laughing over something I've said that was completely innocent, as always. Hold on a minute. Do you know what? I've just realised. Did you see I had a moment's panic there that I'm sitting here thinking, oh no, I've done it wrong. Charlotte says, Gina, it's coming, I promise. Need the kids and husband to leave me for the afternoon. When are they going to leave you, Charlotte? Get rid of them. Send them out. It's bank holiday. Send them out and do a video. Okay, I haven't gone wrong. I had a heart in my heart was here then for a minute because I really thought I'd just gone wrong, and the stitching I'd done on the train was wrong, but it's not. It's just that I hadn't marked it off. You can use an online skein estimator to check each colour. Nim, that's a great idea. There is one on, oh, where was it? Hold up. She says, there's a skein calculator on Threadbare, which is basically www.thread-bare.com. And on there you can calculate for yourself. But Donna, 2 over 2 means 2 threads over 2 holes, so effectively it's 14 count. Yeah, I'm not sure that that's what she meant though, or whether she's planning on stitching it on a 28 count 2 over 1. I'm sat on my sofa. Mad Morty says we're filming tomorrow, I think. What do you mean you think? Whose decision is it? Or is it like a joint? Do you make a joint? Don't you just tell him? Don't you just tell the Brom that he's just got to do it? Or is it like a discussion? So, darling, are we going to do our recording? Did you like that, Mad Morty? Darling, do you believe it's time we did a video, don't you? Do you fancy doing a spot of video in this evening? Is that... I can just imagine the sort of conversation that goes on there. See, this is the beauty of only ever doing channel on my own, because, you know, I don't have to sort of converse with Darren to say, are we doing a video this evening? And you don't fancy it today? Oh, okay then, darling. Can you get your bits and pieces out, please, so that we can record? I don't believe I just said that. See, now you've got me even thinking of everything that I say. Oh no, this is going terribly already. Right, I'm going to let the doggies out. So I'm going to put you on a be right back because one, I need to go and stop laughing for 5 seconds. See, everyone else is doing the same thing. No drink involved. No drink is involved as yet. And I'm already blushing. Look, I look like I'm having a hot flush. I assure you, I'm not having a hot flush. On that note, I'm going to go and quickly let the girls out because they're obviously getting very hot. I'm obviously getting really hot. I need to take a moment and get a drink. So I'm not going to get a Baileys yet, because it's already bad and we're only at 8:20. We cannot do Baileys until at least 8:45. So let me go and get my little squash. You lot all go and take a quick, restroom break or, stitching break, wiggle your hands around. I'll be back in 2 ticks. So wait right there. Okay, I'm back. I had my squash. I can't stitch and laugh so hard. Hi, Sandy, my lovely. Welcome to the stream. Oh, dear. Oh, that's it. It's what I've all called off now. Bits and pieces. I know, Brenda. What am I like? What am I like? What is the name of that large frame adapter for stands? I have the Omnique frame. I have the Omnique frames and the daylight stand, but they're too heavy and keep slipping out of the clamps no matter how tight it is. What is the name of that large frame adapter? I'm not 100% sure. Gina in the chat, she's a bit of a Omnique guru. I'm pretty sure she'll know what the name of the clamp is. Gina, are you there? Okay, let me switch back to the stitching. Gina is the one that would be able to say what the clamp bit is. Went and got Baileys. This live is hilarious. Tina, I'm with you with the Baileys, but I have to wait because once the Baileys comes out, I lose the ability to be able to stitch. It's a thing. I try so hard, but it doesn't take a lot. I'm a bit of a lightweight when it comes to alcohol. And the more drink that I have, even if it's only a few sips, it's bad. Right, Gina's here. Gina. So the question was, what is the name of that large frame adapter for stands? I have the Omnique frames and the daylight stand, but they're too heavy and keep slipping out of the clamp no matter how tight it is. What clamp is she referring to? You're on Omnique Guru, so you should know this. Or you're more likely to know this, let's put it like that. Sorry, late arriving here. There's never such a thing as late. You're never too late for a live. And as a worst case scenario, even if I'm just coming off live, there's always a recording. Sandy, now you know why not much stitching happens at a retreat when Teresa's there. It's all laughing too hard. Sandy, I'm not like this at a retreat. I am. No change there. No change there. I think she means for the Lowry. Oh, does she mean for the Lowry? Do you mean for the Lowry? My husband enjoys tonight's conversation immensely. Your husband gets his bits and pieces out. Teresa, get your mind out of the gutter. We're all falling down the rabbit hole. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. This was not my doing. This was not my doing. I do believe the mods started this. It just sort of progressively got worse. And then because they've made me more mindful of what I'm saying, it came out, and then I was thinking, oh no, did I really just say that? Charlotte says, Sandy, I'm usually too busy shopping at the retreats to stitch. Well, there you go. Had to put stitching down, just listening, laughing so much. Love this life. It's not much of a stitching evening for you all, though, is it? If none of us are actually stitching anything. It's like, come to my stitch with me, but don't do any stitching. We're just going to sit here and laugh. I might as well just not bother with the stitching. We could just do away with the stitching and just have like a Bailey's night. Maybe I should do a XXX Teresa night where basically we do no stitching. It's not child friendly. And we talk about anything and everything. You know, you can just fire questions at me and see what I come up with. Oh dear, I finally made it. Poorly toddler just got her to bed. Oh, Bex, I'm sorry, my love. I hope she feels better soon. But at least you're getting a bit of downtime now. So, Gina, you was right. It's for the Lowry, but I'm going to use it with my daylight stand if I can. Can't afford another stand. With your daylight stand. I'm not sure what clamp you mean. Do you mean the desk clamp? Is that what you mean? I'm glad I've caught you on a live stream because I have questions that has been bothering me. Can you translate what you mean when you say she says into American English. Can you translate what you mean when she says, when you say she says into American English? I'm not sure I understand that. Someone help me out. Because American English and British English are two different things. For instance, fish and chips for them is fish and fries for us. Chips for them are crisps. I know. Oh, don't even get me started on this one. God, this could turn into a shocking live, especially for my American friends. They're going to be like, she said what? She said what? Yes, think about that. There is a video that will be out there with that comment. Yeah, no, I'm lost now. It depends on what comment we're talking about. You're starting with your legs and your holes coming. Can't wait till the November Stitching Needles Day. Oh dear. Bailey's tonight sounds amazing. Yes, it's definitely a Bailey's night. We're just not at the right time yet. Do it, Teresa. Do it, Teresa. Just a little after dark with Bailey's. I'm so innocent that I have 400XX done so far. Look at you, your 400XX so far. I dread to think how many I've managed. It's definitely not 400. There is a corner clamp and the scroll rod adapter. Right, Mad Morty said, I get... Oh, so you understand the question. Let me think about it and I'll explain it. Okay, so Catherine, when we say he says or she says after a comment, that's got 50-50 or worse probability of happening. It kind of means like that's going to happen. Yeah, that's sort of what it means. Oh, I do love the fact that it's so different. I love some British TV, but he were instead of he was drives me nuts. Well, let's not get on that. Mark me. So, you know, if you've ever watched oh, come on, trees. Outlander, right? So if you've ever watched Outlander and you've got that king guy on there and he goes, mark me. Mark me. What he means is mark. So in the modern time, we sit there and say, mark my word. Mark my word, this is going to happen. And on there, he goes, mark me. But he doesn't say, mark my word. So now, me and my mum do it all the time. So when we're out and my mum says something, and I'll say, no, I don't think so, mum. She'll be like, mark me. And of course, we're all about laughing because it's a thing. Us British and our silly phrases. Needles to say cracks me up. Oh, needles. Needless to say. I'm trying to think of the American terms. I always get confused with pants. Because over in America, when you say your pants, you mean the trousers. When we say your pants over here, we're talking about our underwear. I remember once I was working with a guy, and he was an American guy. And we was on a call. And we wasn't, this is before you had the likes of Teams and video stuff. It was all done sort of like on normal telephone conversations. And we was chatting and he was saying about what the weather was like because he'd gone home, he'd gone back to the States. And he turned around and said something and he was like, Teresa, he said, I had to take my pants off. And you know when you're like, excuse me? You had to do what? He was like, I had to take my pants off. But he said it so innocently. I was shocked. I was like, you're not supposed to say things like that to me. Does that start talking to me about taking your pants off? And I was like, and I was like, oh. I was like, well, I said, I hope there wasn't anyone in the room. And he turned around and he was like, well, it's only my pants. And you know when you just like, I was shocked. And then when he turned around and said to me, he said, why do you sound so shocked? He said, that's, you know, he said, of course my pants got wet. And at that point, he just kept saying the word pants. And the more he said it, the more I was like, oh. And I was like, oh, because this was like, you know, this is a work thing. This isn't like, it's not some random guy that I know and, you know, he's telling me he's took his pants off. So I'm sitting there thinking that he's sitting around in his living room with nothing on at all. And then obviously I think he must have sort of checked in with himself and realised. And he turned around and went to me. He said, you don't, no. He said, because I turned around and went, well, that's a bit rude, isn't it? I said, like, and he turned around and went, no. He said, I'm not talking about my underwear. He said, I'm talking about my pants. And I was like, yeah, but the pants are your underwear. And he's like, no. He said, our pants are our trousers. But obviously he didn't call them trousers. He sort of said like his outer garments. By that point, Chris, I was falling about laughing because I was like, oh dear. I said, I thought you was telling me that you was running around bare butt naked. That was what I thought he was saying. And I was like, this is more information than I need to know. Especially for someone that I work with. I don't need to know about your bare bits all strutting around. Sandy says, how about American suspenders? Meaning braces for trousers. Do they call them suspenders? No, they don't call them suspenders. It's like when anyone talks about stitching smalls. Yeah, I'm stitching me smalls. There's a pair of pants and some knickers. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, where was I? Look, I'm getting engrossed in the chat and not actually looking at my stitching at all now. They do call braces suspenders. See, yeah, we call them braces. So you put your braces on. Beck says, my other half calls crisps chips. His mum is American. Whenever he asks our daughters or me if we want chips, I never know what he means, crisps or chips. Braces are for teeth or legs. Your suspenders. See, the only thing that is suspenders here in the UK is ladies' suspenders. That's the only suspenders we have over here. Rachel says, braces are the things you wear in your mouth to straighten your teeth. That is them as well. You've got braces as in these braces, and you've got braces to go on your teeth. Smalls exchange has a very different meaning. Oh dear. We are going downhill fast on this chat, aren't we? Right, okay, so let me see where I'm at. So I've done... Oh. So you see on the picture, I can't point to it. So if you look at the picture on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen right now, so the green bit that she's got that's over the top of her arm, that then comes down, is this bit here. So there's now this big space here, and I'm going to start stitching on the pink sash that comes around this way. And then the ship's there. Yes, we're getting there. Although it won't be happening on this stream. It will not be happening on this stream. What I don't get is straight away or right away in American. Straight away or right away. Well, they're sort of the same thing, aren't they? Straight away and right away. I don't know. This is where we need our American friends to help us out. What is right away? Could you mean right of way? No, so like in the UK, we'll say, if someone says to us, can you do this? I'll be like, right away, I'll get it done. As in, I'll get it done right away. Garters hold up socks. As in, all I want is guts for garters. As in, I will have his guts for garters. Straight away, is that British? Right away or straight away. If you say, I'm going to do that straight away, you can also say, I'm going to do that right away. Right away means immediately. But straight away means immediately. Straight away and right of way are the same in the USA. Straight away and right of way? Do you not mean straight away and right away are the same thing in the US? Right away means quickly. Yes, it's British. It's the same thing to me. Oh, right away has same meaning. Yeah. So if my mum turns around and says, I need a cup of tea, and I'll be like, I'll do it right away. But I can also say, I'll do it straight away. It makes no difference which way I say it. It basically means I will do it immediately. Stitch with Teresa has become learning with Teresa. Oh, I'm so confused. I'll stick to my drinking. Right of way is when driving. Yes, so if you give someone the right of way, then that would be like, so if you pulled up to a junction, the people on the main road would have right of way. And the person coming up to the junction would have to wait. That's right of way. But right away and straight away are basically, yes, I'll do it immediately. That's how I've always seen it as being said. Straight away equals right away, not right of way driving stuff. So Lana says, if I get to a four-way stop first, I have right of way. Yes. So that's the same here in the UK. So you can come up to a junction and you can say, well, the person that's on the road has the right of way, which means you have to wait. But we've also got, I'm going to do something straight away, or I'm going to do something right away. See, this is the bit. Yeah, Sally says, and a junction is called an intersection. I mean, what is an intersection? But then I suppose you could say, what is a junction? Because it's sort of the same thing. I mean, the one that makes me laugh is Darren's mum. So for those of you that have been on these live streams before, you know that Darren's mum is an American. She's an American citizen. But she's lived predominantly in the UK. So she's mostly, I say mostly loosely, speaks British. However, when she starts to lose her temper and she gets a bit moody, all of a sudden she'll start, that there'll be like these odd words that come out where all of a sudden she's getting herself in a little tiz. So instead of sort of saying, for God's sake, someone go and put that in the rubbish, because over here we call our trash rubbish, she'll be like, someone go and put that in the trash bin. So you're like, well, is it a bin? Or is it trash? Or is it the dustbin? Because we call them dustbins. Or the bin. So, yeah, she tends to sort of all of a sudden, she'll swing between the two. We only use intersections on motorways. Yeah, our intersections are on big M roads. But then our roads aren't like they are in America. I mean, ours are like country lanes to you. I was cracking up yesterday watching an old video about you explaining a sweater, jumper and sweatshirt. Yeah, or sweatsuit. It's so confusing. But it's funny because it's like they all mean slightly different things. So I say one thing and people then sort of, especially if I say something that is something else in American, it's like, they must be like, is she mad? Is she mad? Well, yeah, okay, I am mad. I'll accept madness. Madness is the thing for me. Oh, heck, now we're talking about swinging. Rubbish, I always took that as a light curse word. Oh, rubbish. It's trash too. Lana, are you in the States? I have to know. Multi strikes again. The first time I read, I can't read that out. I can't read that. Christy, really? Swinging, not in the USA. Oh dear. Kimberly says, for fun, Americans drive in a parkway. Park our cars in driveways. Note, however, we are trying to mimic our local councils are putting roundabouts everywhere and no one knows how to drive. Oh, right, Lana. So, rubbish. You're right. We do say rubbish if we go, oh, that's rubbish. I didn't like that. But also, trash is rubbish. So, for us, it'll be like, so if someone leaves something on the side, and I'll be like, well, at least you could do is put it in the rubbish. Because we'll either call them rubbish bins, or bins, or dustbins. So the ones that are outside the dust carts come and get, we call them dust bins. But we don't call it trash. It's always the rubbish. At least that's what us Essex people say. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we should ask Mad Morty what she calls her rubbish. What do you call your rubbish, Mad Morty? Come on. This I have to hear. When Teresa hangs a pineapple on her wall, we'll get worried about her swinging. I only moved from England to Scotland, and even then, half the words are different. I know. I'm not saying that out loud. There's a word that's in the chat that I refuse to say out loud because this is a family-friendly channel. We also say something is pants if it's rubbish. We do. We go, oh, that's pants. Mad Morty says she calls it rubbish. I call it rubbish. Brittany says, my husband's grandfather was a Brit who came over after World War II. Hubby likes to say, I'm not saying it. Well, it's bully and bloody hell. And now I'm saying it too. Well, okay. Since as the chat has gone right downhill, I have to share with you. My grandfather was in the Second World War. And he used to have some outrageous sayings, absolutely outrageous things that he used to say. And back in the day, I don't think that there was any censors for older people. They could say what they liked. And, you know, it was like children should be seen and not heard. Children should never repeat what their parents say. And he always used to get up in the morning, and I never forget it, because he used to wear boxer shorts, like big old boxer shorts, the ones that come halfway down your legs. So he used to wear a string vest. I know. I mean, I don't understand the string vest, but he used to wear a string vest, which was literally bits of string. It's what it looked like. With his boxer shorts. And every morning he used to get up and he had this real bellowing voice, like, you know, and he used to be, now, make sure that there's no children listening. I know it's not quite after 9, but we're getting there. It's close to 9. And he used to say, hands off cocks on socks. That's what he used to say. He used to dive out of bed and that would be what he said. And apparently that's what they used to say when they were getting up. If they ever did get a bit of like shut eye, that's what their sergeant used to say to them to get them up off, like, come on, back on patrol or back doing whatever it was. I can, well, and because when my grandfather used to say it, I mean, I had eyes like saucers. You know, I don't even think I even used the word bloody hell in front of my mum until I was well into my mid to late 30s. And even then, she done like a whole one of those. What did you just say? And you're like, oh, I'm an adult now, mum, I can say that. Bollocks are nothing to do with young balls, but young balls do have... Gina! Oh no, what is happening in my chat? I do believe it's Bailey's time, people. I think I might just sit and abandon the stitching and do one Bailey's with you before we call this for a night. What do we reckon? Sweetbreads are... Oh dear, this is getting terrible. I recommend the book, The Dictionary of Lost Words. Oh, now there's one we might need to look up. Right, I'm going to go and get my Baileys. I need to do... Tina's on her second Baileys. I'm going to do my Baileys. And I'm going to move the stitching to one side so that I can interact with the chat just for the last 10, 15 minutes of the live. What do we reckon? I don't think I did too bad. And the fact that I'm up to the point now where, I mean, I can't point because the picture is there. The fact that I've done like this side edge, which means I'm now on that sash, I'm very, very happy. I've got to a good stopping point for once on a live stream. And be the responsible adult. It sounds like a good idea. Right. Hold that thought. You go and fill your glasses up. I'll go fill my glass up and I will be right back. So bear with, people. Okay, I'm back. Let's move this out the way so I can see you all. I have my Baileys. I'm Baileyed up. Hi, I miss Denise, no, you haven't missed me just yet. We're gonna do a last 10 minutes of chat time. I've done my stitching, but you haven't missed the live. The live's still here. My mum and I are so close. We say all things. Yes, me and my mum are the same. We love to chat. And yeah, my mum's got over the fact that I said bloody hell once, and yeah, now she sees the more colourful language, especially in the car when someone cuts me up or something like that. I can lose my temper. I call it hormone rage. Just having a moment of hormone rage. Teresa, what alerted you to the fact that you had shingles? So it basically, it was like on one side of my neck. It wasn't like, because normally it goes on one side of your body. It doesn't go all over. And it tingles, or it feels like there's something on your neck before something comes out. But then with shingles, it sort of itches. Well, it does really itch. It's a bit like chickenpox. So it really itches, but it's too sore to itch. You can't itch it because it sends you through the roof. And it really stings and burns. But it's like sensitive to everything. Hi Teresa, it was nice seeing you on the chat. So bye for now from the UK, Milton Keynes. Bye my lovely. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Sorry if the chat got too rude. It's not a usual. It's not my usual topic of conversation when I'm on a live, admittedly, but you know, I let my lives go wherever they're gonna go, because at the end of the day, I'm chatting with you guys. If that's where you want it to go, then that's where it goes. When I comment on a video of yours that I was concerned about coming to a retreat on my own, you never said it was this much fun. It is this much fun. This much fun. And a lot of people say that to me. I don't know whether they think that I'm different. I'm different when I'm not quite sure what they think they're going to get at a retreat, but the way you find me on here is pretty much how I am. Maybe a little bit more colourful. I'm not so sensitive to the possibility of children. But yeah, most of the time, how you see me is how I actually am. We all went to our first retreat on our own, but trust me, you leave with so many friends. You sure do, Carol. You sure do. I love retreats. I just need to find one here in Southwest Florida. Or you could just fly to the UK, come to one of ours. And that way you get to come to England as well. Although I would say bring your rain Mac or your Google or whatever, because you might need it. It certainly isn't Florida weather. You're not going to get Florida temperature. Okay. Since as you've all sort of, you know, blasted me with fun and made it so that my cheeks got a full-on workout because my jaw really hurts now because I've smiled and laughed so much on this stream. I'm going to do a video, hopefully, like I say, either tomorrow or Tuesday for my monthly update. But I'm undecided and I need my Flosstube chat friends to help me. So I was debating, she says, to do, instead of May Madness, because I know a lot of people do sort of like all the new starts in May. Last year I'd done a load of new starts in May. This time I was thinking about doing a bit more of a monogamous May. But not monogamous as in only stitch on one project and that is it, because that would just be too much. Obviously I still need to do my whip goes. So I would still do at least 2 full coverages for whatever days that they need, as well as whatever the other ones were called for the actual whip go. But then I was thinking, should I do a monogamous May and just stitch on one project other than those? Because I was thinking the 2 projects that whip go calls for the for my main whip go board, I could use those for my projects that I stitch on the trains. Although they'll get more days than they actually needed to get. So I was thinking that maybe I could do that. The full coverages would be when I'm at home anyway, because I never stitch full coverage on the train. But I was thinking a monogamous May. So it's sort of a monogamous May, but it's not. It's not full on monogamous. But it would be basically, I would only stitch on the projects off of my whip go call for this month, which would be 4 projects. And then I would pick one project that I work on solely for the rest of the time. So then at that point, I suppose the question is, should Teresa do monogamous or should she do some swinging? The progress you'll get putting the time into one project would be huge. Maybe pick something that's closest to a finish. That would be too much for me to do. Just one, laugh out loud. My head is exploding just thinking about it. Mostly monogamous May. Yeah, mostly monogamous May, but it won't be totally monogamous. So, the monogamous option here would be Chatelaine evening in the park and try and get all of that border done to get me back up to the other side to make sure that everything's going to fit right. Or alternative reality, because that hasn't even got to 50% yet, and that's been on the go now for what, 4 or 5 years. What was the other project? Or since I'm starting my new stocking tomorrow, without fail, it's being started tomorrow, I don't care. Tomorrow I'm starting on my stocking. Should I then just monogamously stitch on the stocking for the month to see how far I get? What do we think? Is there a way to put a poll in the chat? I can put a poll in the chat, can't I? Should we do that? Should we put a poll in the chat and you can all pick? Hold up. Let me see if I can do this. How do we do it? There's a way of doing this. I know there is. Hang on. Let me restore chat. Restore chat. There has to be a way of doing this. Hold up. Let's delete that. Right, what's this? Engage. Oh, yeah. Start a poll. Question. Evening in the park. Or what was the other one? Stocking. Oh. Stocking. Add an option. I don't know if this is how this works. We'll soon find out. So evening in the park, my stocking, or what was the other one that I said? Alternative reality. Alternative reality. Don't know if that's how you spell it. Let's see if this works. I don't know if I've done it right. It's doing something. It's saying yes, 75%. Is that yes to what? No, 54%. Should we leave it to run for a minute? Maybe it's just doing yes or no. Yes or no to evening in the park. Is that what it's doing? I don't know what I've done. I was hoping that was going to work. Oh, right. Okay. So evening in the park, yes or no. Stocking, alternative reality. Let's see what it says. Evening in the park, so it will be almost done for the next retreat. Yes to evening in the park. Does that mean you take a break during May from bingo thing you've been doing? No. So basically, so that it isn't fully monogamous, because I don't think I could do monogamous stitching. I couldn't just stitch on one project for the whole month of May. That would, and plus it won't work because I would still have to stitch on something else to be able to stitch on the train, because I can't take one of my big projects on the train. So it would never be just one. But what I was thinking is if I only do what is called for on my Whip Go, and then just monogamously stitch on one other project for the rest of the month. That's my plan. So it's monogamous stitching, but still doing my Whip Go. So it's not totally monogamous stitching, if you see my point. I'm just not making any sense now. See, I haven't even finished my Baileys and I still can't make sense. If you have anything mermaid related, you could join Mermania 2023 for a bit. I do have a mermaid, but then I'd be veering away from my monogamous stitching then, wouldn't I? Chatelaine for the win. I want to finish the Chatelaine a year. Well, you can do a Chatelaine a year, the way you go. Susie, hello Susie, my lovely. You was quiet on the stream. I didn't even know you was here. Do the stocking and have it done. I'm not going to have it done, but it would be nice. I wouldn't have it done in September, not for a full stocking. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I think my stocking's about 20 inches long by, oh, I don't know. I'd need to do my calculation. I did do the calculation, but yeah, it's big. It's going to take a while, and it's full coverage. Denise says, as soon as you are forced to do one, you'll be drawn to another. You might be right there. With my stocking stitching, I do 3 squares down across the whole stocking in a month. 3 squares down. That's good going. Angela, you can stitch my stocking if you like. I vote yes for evening in the park. Mostly monogamous May, as another said. Yeah. Can someone explain May Madness to me, please? So, Silver Stitches, when we say May Madness, there's different versions of it now. The original way, I think, when it first ever came out years ago, was May Madness was a new start for every day of May, was how the first person that started it did it. Since then, people have adapted it. So instead of it being a new start for every day of May, some people do a new start for every week of May. So every week they'll start something new. There's varying ways of doing it now, but the original, I think it was, who was it? Was it this? It wasn't the Stash Queen, was it? Was it the Stash Queen? I'm trying to remember who did it. Who did it originally? She doesn't do Flosstube anymore because it was Gareth. She used to do all of the starts, and she used to have. Do you remember? She used to have that board behind her with like 1 million needle minders, and she remembered where every single one of her needle minders came from. I'm like, I can't even remember what needle minder I've got. Yeah, don't ask me. Don't ask me how she ever knew all the things, but I can never know all the things because I'm a lady of a certain age. That's where I'm coming from. But May Madness originally, or May Mania used to be, or the original way that it came about, there was one lady that basically had a new start for every day of May. It was craziness. I mean, she ended up with so many projects. Whether she actually ever finished them, I do not know. Take the mermaid to Bella. I'm definitely going to take my mermaid to Bella. I might take Magwayan as well, so that I can stitch on too. But then I've got 3, 4... What have I got? I've got 4 Bellas on the go, I think. Is it 4? I've got Greta Goldblum. I've got Magwayan. I've got my Tubba thing. You know the one I mean. I'm pretty sure there's another one as well. I think I've got 4. Jennifer says, hi Teresa, love watching and listening. Hi Jennifer, welcome to the stream. Originally called Stitch Mania. 31 new starts. I only have 2 projects going at a time. 31 new starts. Wow, that's just too much. Susan says, well, everyone, it's late here. I need some sleep, so good night to all. Have a great creative stitching week. Night, Susan. Have a lovely week, sweetheart. It's been fabulous. That's the one, Queen of Starts. The Queen of Starts started the May Madness, or Mania, as it was known. That was the other one that I've got, Rachel. Mayari. Yes, Mayari. See, I knew I had another one. I've got more projects than I know what to do with. Sounds like how I got to having so many. Who does White Santa? What, you mean Winter White Santa? That's Mirabilia. Mirabilia is Winter White Santa. That's not a Bella Filipina. So should we check? Let's end the poll and see where we got to, shall we? End the poll. The poll says Evening in the Park got 55%, Alternative Reality got 23%, Stocking got 19%. Well, there you go. There you go. That said it all, didn't it? Evening in the Park wins by a mile. Wins by a mile. I don't even know what a whip go is. Jennifer, whip go. Whip go is done by Jessie Marie Does Stuff. If you're interested, when I do my monthly update, which I think I'm recording tomorrow or the day after, I will explain my whip go and show my board. But basically, she picks 2 numbers a month. You build a, I've got mine on a computer, but you can do it on a bit of paper. You basically do a grid with numbers on it. And then when she called the numbers, you stitch the projects. But I don't have my whip go set to a specific project. I make mine theme based. So I've got a whip go just for my full coverages, which will actually say what full coverage I need to stitch on. And then I have another board, which is basically not my full coverage. And that's theme related. So for me, that will be stitch something winter, or stitch something Halloween, or stitch something summer and small, or yeah, you get the idea. I'll put it in my monthly update so you can see, and you'll see what I mean. But basically, it just, I find it really, really good because it's been holding me accountable, and I've been getting so much more stitching done just because I'm back on my whip go. So I don't even know what whip go. Oh, I've done that one. Coffee Stitcher used to do a lot of Stitch Mania. That's because Coffee Stitcher used to do the there was a Facebook group, wasn't there? Was it the Mania Facebook group? I can't remember. There was a Facebook group, but the Queen of Starts and him did that together. Whip Go is basically a bingo board with each box being something stitchy. Numbers are pulled each month and you stitch on the item that matches. Yeah, I'll show you my board on my monthly update, which will be coming out, like I say, either tomorrow or the day after. Every one day of stitching on a mermaid counts towards a Mermania 2023. Really exciting to see your chatelaine again. Do you know what? I'm excited to see my chatelaine again because it's been seriously neglected, people. Seriously neglected. And I was doing so well at actually stitching on it monthly. Would it be worth checking what your whip go is in case it's evening in the park? It's not evening in the park because I've already checked. So that's the beauty of this. The whatever the monogamous stitch is for the month, it won't interfere with the whip go because it's not been called for whip go because I already checked the whip go. I think the whip go called for everything else. So that's why I quite like the idea of either alternative reality, the stocking, or my chatelaine. But the answers are there. The poll says a whopping 55% say evening in the park. So evening in the park it is, people. See, what would I do without my Flosstube friends to help me? You just help me pick what I'm doing for the rest of the month. That was easy. If I'd have been left to procrastinate on that all by myself, I could have been here all night long. And I would have been like, maybe I'll do this. Oh, maybe I'll do that. I can never make up my mind for myself. Thank you for your full coverage series. I'm starting my yellow lab and decided on a fancy lady. Look at you. Look at you. That's lovely to hear. And look, any video, I quite like doing some of these, not tutorial videos, but sort of tutorial videos stroke how I do what I do. Purely because I love to share. There's so many things that I do that I think, do you know what? I get so many questions on this. I'll just do a video on it. And then it may help, even if it only helps 5% of this community. My job is done. As far as I'm concerned, because I've shared. I've told people how I do it. If it helps then all the better. If it doesn't, and they're like, well, I don't know why you posted that, that's fine. But at least I like to think that I share some of the information that I know about or that I learn and share it with others, because I get so many comments on my videos, especially like the tutorial videos or the videos where I share bits and pieces that I use or I do. And they're just like, you know, I'll get some people that'll be like, really? It was a bit like I done that, how to calculate your fabric sizes, and someone actually posted a comment to say something along the lines of, well, that was all very well and good, long video, Teresa, but calculator's faster, right? It's like, yeah, well, yeah, calculator is faster, but I don't know about you, but I don't always need a calculator. And if I'm in the shop and I want to decide, I mean, a calculator, yes, you could sit there and plug it all into the calculator and then do another one and plug it in. But the calculator isn't going to tell me how big the actual project is stitched on that size. It's only going to tell me what fabric size I need. And sometimes for me, it's more about, well, what size is the actual project? Because there's a whole lot more stitching if it's that much bigger. So for me, knowing the calculation to actually calculate it for myself, I find really helpful. But like I say, what is helpful for me isn't necessarily going to be helpful for anybody else, but I'll still put it out there and share it, because there may be just 10 people that might be interested in it. And if that's the case, then 10 people will be more informed. So yeah, it's do you know what? It's the only trouble when you do these Flosstube videos. You stick your head above the parapet and there's always someone there that wants to shoot you. You and Karen Needlebug both taught me so much about full coverages. Yeah, this is it. I mean, when you've been stitching on them long enough, we're all in a position. Once we've all done a few of them and we've learned from our own mistakes and we've learned as we've gone along, there are so many people out there that, you know, maybe didn't think that they were that experienced when it comes to their full coverages, and give them a couple of years and they're just like, oh yeah, well, you know, you do this and you do that, and then you probably would be able to teach people something new, because this is it, we all do things differently, and that's the whole point of it. You know, you can have 20 people that will sit there and tell you how to stitch a full coverage, but those 20 people will tell you 20 different ways of how to stitch a full coverage, and not one of them is wrong. It's marvelous, isn't it? I love it. Absolutely love it. I love that video. I've been putting off using a piece of fabric until I watched that. I like to know how those calculators work. It sucks to the misery guts. I know. I'm sure though. I'm sure it was not meant offensively in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, sometimes when you get the comments, it's like, yes, I know there's calculators out there that do that, but they don't tell me everything that I want to know. They might tell me how big my fabric piece will be, but they're not. It won't necessarily tell me how big the stitching's going to get then. And me, I like to know. I like to know how to calculate it for myself. It makes more sense of it. Charlotte says, you can't please everyone. Look at the comment I got regarding sitting on the floor and the cat annoying someone. I know. They're not very forgiving, some people, are they? But that's fine. It's fine not to be forgiving. Just one day expect a possible not so pleasant response back, because yeah, there are days that I get comments on my videos and I'm like, well, that's a bit low, or that's a little bit uncalled for. If you didn't like it, you could just give it to the thumbs down and move on. You don't need to leave a, you know, particularly shitty comment. But hey, you know, it is what it is. And most of the time, and I remember years ago, years and years ago, I got a comment on my video and I was so upset by the comment that I almost stopped doing videos. I almost was like, that's it, I'm done. This is not what I'm here for. I'm not here to be criticised for either how I look or because I don't fall into some sort of criteria that they think I should fit into. And I nearly quit. I nearly quit doing it, and I was just like, I'll just go back to doing my stitching and, you know, not doing the videos. And I had a few conversations with some of my Flosstube friends that are actually on this chat, and they were like, Teresa, don't even think about them. You know, think about, you know, you might get one bad comment or one negative feedback or one thumbs down or one whatever, but how many thumbs up have you got and how many lovely comments have you got? And then when you're sitting there thinking, well, I've got 100 or so really nice comments, or I got, you know, 99% thumbs up other than that one. And at that point, you learn to grow bigger shoulders and maybe not worry so much about some of the comments that you get. But it can depend on the day. Sometimes when I do these videos and then I get, you know, certain comments back, which we now block, they get blocked so that, you know, it just hides whatever nasty comment they say. And there are days that I'll laugh because I'll be like, really? Okay, we'll just block you. But then there's other days that it hurts because you're like, well, is that what they really think? And you do have to, I mean, sometimes I have to pick my days of when I go in and look at comments, because sometimes if you're feeling particularly vulnerable or you're feeling particularly low, some of the comments that you get on some of these channels, they can be a little harsh, and I don't think they really realise that, because how it reads probably isn't at all how they meant it to sound, but that is how it sounds. So yeah, you have to put your big girl pants on sometimes on these channels, but I'm pleased to say that these shoulders, they've grown wide, broad, and strong. It's going to take a little bit more than that to kick me off of Flosstube, so don't worry, I'm not going anywhere, people. I'm sticking around. Charlotte says, just do more negative things that annoy people. I do try not to annoy people, but you've got a very valid point there. Glad you didn't quit. Oh, you're lovely. The Baileys is starting to talk. You know, I'm becoming all slushy and emotional. All emotion. So on that note, I'm going to call it, because, you know, it's now 17 minutes past 9 here in the UK and people have got their beds to go to. I hope you all managed to get lots and lots of stitching done. I have to confess, people, I had an absolute blast on this live, as I always do, but more so specifically, I think, because it's been a long time. It feels like it's been a long time since I've done one. I know it's not been that long, but for me, there's like, whenever there's a break, I'm like, oh, I didn't get to do my live, and I do thoroughly enjoy myself on these. So look, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Huge thank you to all of you for all of the fun in the chat. These chats and these lives would not be as much fun if it wasn't all for you guys. So for those of you that are in the UK, I hope you enjoy your extended bank holiday. For those of you that are not in the UK, I hope you will have a wonderful week and doing everything that it is that you're doing. But if nothing else, people, just make sure you get lots and lots of stitching time. Be happy, and I will see you again very, very soon. Whether I get to see you next weekend on a live or whether it's a recorded, I do not know. But I will post, as usual, on a Friday. There will be a post that will go up to let you know if I'm going live. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a lovely evening, what's left of it for you, and make sure that you get lots of stitching done. And thank you again. It's been an absolute blast this evening. Bye-bye.